What is it like to be a leader? Anyone? Personally, I think become a leader is similar with having a relationship. It's exciting, thrilling, and require a lot of patience to forgive the broken promises, the missing deadlines, and underperformed works. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow leaders, become a leader is not easy. Based on the vocabulary.com, leader is someone that convinces other people to follow. Convince other people to follow. So difficult, isn't it? I even cannot convince myself to lose some weight. But tonight, I came to realize that by understanding your leadership style, you can overcome that fear. And in Toastmaster Pathway curriculum, there is a questionnaire that we can answer, and you're gonna find out your leadership style. So after I answer the questionnaire, I got my leadership style, and the style is the altruistic leaders. Sounds cool, isn't it? But altruistic leader, what is it? So altruistic leader is a leader who leading by serving others. Oh, just like in relationship, giving without any returns. And there are three characters of altruistic leaders. The first one is they tend to make a personal approach. And second is they tend to show an empathy. And the third one is they show respect. And tonight I'm going to share my experience about these qualities. As I mentioned earlier, I got the altruistic leader. First is personal approach. Let me ask you some question. Have you ever asked a question in WhatsApp group and no one replied?
Yes.
Have you?
Yes.
Have you? Me too. And I experienced a lot in my ex-co WhatsApp group. So as a president, I have an ex-co who support me. Can you imagine? So, and especially when I ask for an agreement, and don't mistake silence for agreement. If there is silence, means there is a hesitation. So I didn't leave it alone. I contacted my ex-co personally. I even met them. And surprisingly, the response was totally different when I contact in WhatsApp group by contact personally. They tend to be more open, friendly, and more collaborative. So, hell to the personal approach is a must skill. The second is showing an empathy. Showing empathy based on the thesaurus.com, it means that you tend to try to understand other people's feelings. And it's one of the mandatory skills, especially if you are a president of Toastmaster. And you really need it for especially a few hours before the Toastmaster meeting. Because a lot of members cancel to come. So what did I do? I usually try to be empathy. I think that my member as a lovers, just like in relationship. So when, for instance, like today my ESCO, Tika, I couldn't come, my child is sick. Oh my God, yeah, which one is which child is it? Is it fine? What's happening? So I try to keep following up, and I understand. I always say, no worries, I understand. That's kind of my template. It was like my like just yesterday, Tika, I got my finger got cut. Oh really? Oh my goodness, it was terrible. Are you okay? So kind of like I treated my members just like lovers. So by showing an empathy, you show that you treat your member not just like subordinates, but you treat them as human. So showing empathy is a must. The third one is respect. Have you ever, I remember, I make sure that everyone wants to have two lovers first. Have you ever been asked by your lover, honey, which t-shirt I should buy, the green or the yellow? and you said green, and in the end she bought the yellow one. When you ask me my question, my opinion, if you in the end use your own opinion. So respect. I mean, like, try to use your subordinate or members' opinion as well as much as possible, because it shows that you respect their opinion. If there is something like, maybe you can add it, but in the end, ladies and gentlemen, and fellow lovers and leaders, you may have a different leadership style, but these qualities like having a personal approach, showing empathy and respect, I think are a must quality that every leader should have. And I encourage you to practice on that skill. And in the end, I believe that a good leader is a good lover, because we give without expecting any returns. Back to the Tom.